it or learn from it?
Yeah. I would say unequivocally, yeah.
I mean, one thing about it, too, is like, you know, eventually, in time, we'll have had the experience of having exposure to all this information, you know. There's still quite a move through this material now, and a lot of people haven't necessarily been exposed to it, but it's so early in the game, you know. You think in a couple 100 years, you know, all of the work we're doing will have gotten everywhere, you know. I don't always think that just like in my lifetime, you know, I think historically, I guess, you know I've been benefited by people who did work hundreds or thousands of years ago. And
sure, yeah.
I hope some of my work will do the same for people in the future, and all of us creating that work, you know, bodies of work, and just, you know, having that out there and available really will. It will eventually become part of the collective consciousness, and it will be there.
Here's what I'm counting. I'm counting on the 100th monkey story to be equally applicable to humans, not just monkeys.
Yeah, totally.
And that I'm seeing the whole deal about 2012. I think we're going to have a switch that only a few people realize, but then it's going to play out through the rest of this century, that all the limitations that our current religions force upon people are eventually just going to be dropped. It makes people unhappy.
Yeah, I mean,
there's repercussions.
Yeah, you know,
I mean, stupid things like fighting for peace. What?
How does that go?
Fighting for peace?
Yeah, exactly. Peace now. I mean, do you think that also this is kind of the idea from the Mayan perspective? If we again tie this in, that actually the mathematics of the I Ching ties together with the Mayan calendar, and I think it was Terence McKenna who developed a graph on a computer called Time Wave Zero, and this was allegedly before he even knew about 2012. But he measured that, you know, history kind of goes in this time loop, I guess, and everything is repeating itself over and over again, and it's actually going faster and faster. And he kind of said that if we are, you know, sensitive enough, you can feel, you know, Rome collapsing every hour. And and he in this graph he actually draw this curve, and he said that after 2012 we have reached the point of basically no return, because the spiral is enclosing itself faster and faster and faster and faster. So I mean, it's quite interesting that he also got to this day 2012 as the Mayan calendar also of course ends at that time or thereabouts.
Now that's even another one. There's another book out. I think the Majors. Does that ring a bell?
John Major Jenkins.
Yeah, John Major.
Sure, absolutely.
He found the same date in Hindu literature and in American Indian folklore. They are all saying 2012.
Sure, yeah. I mean, so
must be something there. So many traditions have zeroed in on that.
Absolutely, and again, I guess, and I've elaborated on this previously. Even if this doesn't have an effect in itself at this point, I think so many people are aware on that date and actually focus on it, and because of that itself, things will actually start to unravel.
Yeah.
So I mean, either way, I guess we're hopefully we're in for a big change, because I think that is needed at this time to get away from the stagnation that is occurring within our culture and society.
Yeah. Well, I hope it means that the Illuminati collapse.
Yeah, sure. Exactly. Yeah, I totally agree. I mean,
or if their whole conspiracy gets exposed.
Yeah, exactly.
To the point where enough people are aware of it, and
to also,
of course, that's their fear. Yeah. That's the fear.
Of course. And to also come to a point where you can realize that these forces actually have been instrumental in helping us to wake up and recognize that there actually is, in all of that darkness and all of that, there is actually some good to it in that sense.
Yes. Yeah.
So again, this is not, as I said, this is not about a violent overthrow of these people at all.
No.
But we have to, of course, become aware of it and recognize it before we actually can do something about it. So
yeah,
it's a delicate balance, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, if everybody starts seeing through all the deceptions,
mm-hmm.
the deceptions are going to fall like a house of cards.
Yeah. And that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Just on a total side note here, I just want to get you guys. I just want to throw out this idea from, again, actually Terence McKenna, who stated that UFOs basically are, one idea on it at least was that these actually are manifestations of a people or a society or a culture in, I guess, stagnation, that this is the ultimate form of, weirdness coming about into a society to kind of wake people up in any way possible. So we actually subconsciously manifest these things. What have you guys? What's your idea about UFOs? Got any theories?
Well, from what I can tell, that the aliens have never left from 18,000 years before BC.
Mm-hmm.
They've been here all along, and I think the biggest cover-up that's ever been was that, which all governments try to do, is to poo-poo the idea that, or to try to reinforce the idea that we're alone here on the earth. It's just simply not true. Just not true.
Yeah, like one of my favorite things is that I think about it is just realizing also that there's an extraterrestrial element in the sense of people from different places in the universe or different star systems or different galaxies coming into the body. So already the way I see the landscape is we got some people from maybe one area of space that resonate with these kind of things, some other people from another area, just like entities that flew in and decided to have the Earth experience.